Hello again from the Staples Center in Los Angeles. We have the free dance, the culmination of the ice dance over 3 days, and that's the starting order. And in a few hours' time, it'll be the shake-up between Oksana Domnina and Maxim Shabalin, who lead for Russia, but just by under a point over the Americans, Tanith, Belbin and Benjamin Agosto. Simon Reed alongside Chris House. It couldn't be set up more evenly. And after Evan Lysacek's win in the men, you never know.
Absolutely. Anything could happen here.
Federica, Faiella and Massimo Scali.
So we pick it up with the warm-up for group number 4. And what can we say about these two? They look a little happier with each other than they were at the end of the original dance, where she gave him a look to die for. I'm surprised he's still breathing, to be honest.
Yes. I thought we'd see him on the ice this afternoon with a few bumps and bruises, but seems to be unscathed.
What happened, if you weren't watching the original dances, he tripped, brought her down, and they were an untidy mess on the floor. And she gave him a look, and then another look, and then another, just to make sure everyone had seen.
They're the 2009 national champions.
Nathalie, Péchalat and Fabian, Bourzat, who go into this in 6th place, just outside the top group. There's not without a chance of a medal here.
And moved to Moscow to train with Alexander Julin.
And also in this group, of course, we have Sinead and John Kerr, who leapfrogged over the Italians. They're in 7th place.
Presents France. Please welcome to the ice.
First to go in this penultimate group from France. 8th in the original dance, 9th overall going into the free. Penel Caron, Mathieu Jost. Music from Edith Piaf.
Super choice of music, this, and a great concept. Just to give you an idea what to watch for here, it's a 4-minute free dance program, and in the program the skaters have to include 4 different types of lifts, 2 different types of step sequences, 1 combination spin, and a set of synchronized twizzles. It's going to be an entertaining evening, that's for sure.
Il fait si froid dehors. Ici c'est confortable, laissez-vous faire, milord. Et prenez bien vos aises, vos peines sur mon cœur. Et vos pieds sur une chaise, je vous connais, milord. Vous ne m'avez jamais vu, je ne suis qu'une fille du port, une ombre de la rue.
Just a little out of sync on those twizzles.
Super speed on the rotational lift, and a change of position in there as well.
Et le flot sans effort nous pousse enchaîner l'un et l'autre, et nous laisse tous épanouis, enivrés et heureux, entraînés par la foule qui s'élance et qui danse une folle farandole, nos deux mains restent soudées, et parfois soulevés, nos deux corps enlacés s'envolent, et retombent tous deux épanouis, enivrés et heureux. frôlé quand vous passiez hier. Vous n'étiez pas peu fière d'âme, le ciel vous comblait, vous marchiez sans vainqueur au bras d'une demoiselle. Mon Dieu, qu'elle était belle, j'en ai froid dans le cœur.
A very French concept, and lukewarm applause here. It was fine. I'm not sure that they're going to hold off. The Americans had a wonderful dance, Emily Samuelson and Evan Bates, and they're poised for a top 10 place perhaps. It's going to be tough for these two to hold on.
Yeah, certainly a routine that didn't go down that well with the crowd, and the crowd all week have been very knowledgeable. They've really got behind the skaters. Doesn't matter what nationality. Fantastic atmosphere in the arena. But the most important thing is no major mistakes through that. As you rightly pointed out, a little bit out of sync on the synchronized twizzles. Perhaps a little better than they performed in the original dance on that particular element.
It's tough for them because France is going to have 2 places at the Olympics next year. And remember, they've got Isabelle Schoenfelder and Isabelle Delabel and Olivier Schoenfeld and Péchalat and Bourzat who are going to see. They will fill the 2 places almost for sure. So these two are probably going to miss out.
Unless they can, each of the French teams can pull up a couple of places to, it's 13 points the target, isn't it, for 3 skaters in Olympics, and that is going to be mighty, mighty tough. Great position on that rotational lift. You see she's not supported at all.
Incidentally, for those of you watching back in the UK, news of Philippa Talagreen and Philip Poole. They did okay, but I'm afraid they've dropped a place to the Chinese Huang Xingtong and Zheng Jun. They're in 13th place going in to these last 2 groups, so they're probably going to finish 23rd. In fact, almost certainly. And the French feel accentuated. Meryl Zazui trains them on the right. Trains them in Lyon. And this is the dance they chose for the Worlds in 2007.
Their free dance score, please. The free dance scores for
86-65. In fact, Samuelson and Bates move above them on the free, but overall they're just going to hold on. Not great, but they do have the lead. But it isn't good news for the future for Caron and Jost. Here the second couple to go.
A warm welcome now for Anna
moving into this free program. Lying in 10th place, just behind the French, so a chance for them to move up if they go clean here. This is the Italian number 2s, Anna Cappellini, Luca Lanotti, and the way the Italian number 1s performed yesterday, just a chance they might even move above them. Many around the place here think they are a strong couple for the future. We shall see. Music from Love Story. Well, it certainly caught the mood, and there's no doubt they are a couple for the future. I didn't see them in Europeans, where they finished in 5th place, but I have to say what I saw there, it did create a super atmosphere, but it looked just a little disjointed.
I just love it. I really, really love it. I love the transitions from that. You can hardly pick the elements out. It just, it's full of emotion. I think the way that she in particular portrays that and the way they work together, I absolutely adore it. And I feel sad that I'm not going to see it again. It's probably the last time they'll do it. In fact, I'm sure it is. Super, super concept, and they really, really do it well. The acting skills, the drama, the passion between them, a great couple, and good skating quality. They're getting better and better. I saw a tape of that program from very early on in the season, and it's quite staggering how that has improved as the season's gone on. When I first saw it, I thought, you know, I wasn't too sure whether they were good enough to be able to get the emotion and portray the story, but I think they've really grown with the program, and they've grown into it. Super lifts.
I just thought the transition from move to move sometimes was rather obvious, but I take your point of the overall concept was a very good idea, and they definitely brought us into it.
Yeah, certainly. It's a different program to pretty much anybody in the last two groups. I don't think we're going to see anything really like this. And these two, I think, they've just improved. This is the 3rd season we've seen them at this sort of level, and I think it's fantastic to see how they've progressed each year. They continue to grow. Of course, they've got their sights firmly set on a place in Vancouver, and they're pushing their teammates. They really are.
Their free dance score, please. The free dance scores for Jana Khokhlova and Luca Lenotte of Italy.
It's good, but not that good. And again, the Americans have leapfrogged over them on the free, but the Italians will hold on to 10th place, and that's vitally important for them for next year.
They're here competing on behalf of...
Now then, they have been quite excellent so far. Out of this world they were in their original dance. They've moved in front of the Italians. Can they move into 1st place here? Ruled by secrecy is the music, and here are Sinead and John Kerr, the British champions for the last 6 years. brilliant. And even more because you forget they are brother and sister. And yet a mood of romance brilliantly conveyed by Sinead and John. Heavy. We're in need of a routine with light rather than shade the whole time. But I thought they really did it extraordinarily well.
They really, really did. It's a brave concept. I thought it worked superbly. The music by the Muse, and to choose something that's the same tempo pretty much all the way through. It built in places, but pretty much the same tempo. It's a brave move, but they did it exquisitely. They kept your interest. To be honest with you, it's probably the shortest 4 minutes of my life.
Yes.
It was over in a flash. Really, really enjoyed it. Always nervous when he goes into those twizzles, but absolutely no problems. They looked very, very sharp tonight, clean.
Kenny Platov.
Well, if he's pleased, it must be good.
Yes, he did look encouraged.
Fantastic balance points on this lift.
All the lifts were daring, weren't they?
They really were, and they are daring to be different. They're coming up with lots of innovative ideas, and here through the step sequence into the twizzles that have in the past been a problem for John, but not tonight. Looking really, really good. And it's so important when you're coming up with a concept and you're choosing your program. You've got to choose something that really suits your style, your look, your style of skating, your flow. And I thought this was perfect, from the outfits, the hair. Absolutely great. Well done, guys. I know loads of people back home in the UK watching and glued to their TV sets. Linda Tannock in Scotland sent me a couple of emails. She's been glued to the TV all week.
Oh. Now, can they move above the Americans, who have done very well so far, beaten the French and the Italians at the end of a very long year? So it's mutual congratulations, not just for tonight, but for what's happened over the last few months.
Yeah, they've been battling with the Italians all season, and if they can finish ahead of them, that will be a good scalp.
Their free dance score, please. The free dance scores for Sinead Kerr and Jana Khokhlova.
90 points, 6-4. That is in front of the Americans. So they lead at the moment. The Italians, their big rivals, to come next, but they couldn't have done more. Sinead and John in the lead for GB.
Representing Italy, please welcome Federica.
I'm checking him out for cuts and bruises, but he looks all right. Maybe just an ear bashing. You can be sure of that after what went on yesterday in the original dance. 8th into the free. 1 place behind the Kerrs for the couple who did so well in the Europeans. Got the silver medal. Federica Faiella, Massimo Scali. Moonlight Sonata. Well, after what happened yesterday, you have to take your hat off to them. We just don't know what went on behind the scenes, but the rapport certainly is a lot better. Well, the Italians are an extraordinary nation, aren't they? Maybe this just was necessary, what happened yesterday, but there seems genuine affection now, which couldn't be in more vivid contrast than the way they finished yesterday.
I think he's redeemed himself today, and I'm pleased for him, because it wasn't pretty yesterday. In fact, he was saying, wasn't he, that Federica's been not very well?
Yeah, apparently she's been under the weather for the last couple of days. I think he felt a bit under the weather last night.
Well, well done to them for coming back and fighting like that. Thought it was a super performance, particularly that last lift, the transitions in and out of that, and the change of position in the middle of the lift. Absolutely brilliant. Very nicely skated program. Almost impossible, isn't it, to choose between what the Kerrs have done and that sort of performance.
Yes.
They've taken the rule book and interpreted it in a completely different vein. I enjoyed them both. I do feel that there was so much of this program that was quite slow, particularly the first half of the program, and there were 3 or 4 elements included in that section that it did make it a little bit easier for them. Even the spin, the rotation on the spin at the beginning there, not as difficult as John and Sinead's. But look at that, one leg, great balance shown there.
It's going to be very close between Sinead and John and these two.
Well, it's been a battle all season, hasn't it?
Yes, it must have been a bit galling for them that they did so well, the Kerrs, to take bronze, and yet these two got silver. And at every twist and turn so far, they've been a fraction ahead of the Kerrs. Is that going to happen here? Well, he doesn't look scarred, mentally or physically.
Certainly a different look, isn't it, in the kiss and cry today. Well, well done to them, because it was difficult to come back from what happened yesterday.
Took advantage of the injuries to Belbin and Schoenfelder and Domnina and Shabalin, getting that silver medal. What's it going to be here? 5th in the worlds last year, so their hopes high, but it's not going to be that good this year.
No, the damage is already done, isn't it, from that original?
The freedance score, please. The freedance scores for Federica, Faiella, and Massimo
90.54. It's not as good as the Kerrs.
90.54. And their total score,
A deduction for them, and the Kerrs move further in front. The Italians will be behind the Kerrs.
competing on behalf of
Good news for
Let's
the
welcome
Brits. Now,
Nathalie,
can they
Péchalat.
move even further up? This is the couple lying in 6th place after the original dance. The French number 2s. Got the number 1s here. Nathalie, Péchalat, Fabian, Bourzat.
this is a beautiful start. Straight away you can see the effortless speed that they generate.
Really good on the twizzles. Great timing. Good to have some fun at last after the doom and gloom of the last few minutes. And didn't they pick us up? Just what we needed. The Italians under threat from the Brits finally getting good. And, well, I don't think it's going to be further advance for the Kerrs, because that was just great. In fact, there's a chance that these two might be moving up.
Yeah, that really, really was good. They were fourth in the Europeans with this program, and I've got to be honest, that was better than they skated last month. Really, really enjoyed that. It's a super concept, isn't it? And this packed stadium really got into it. Love the piece with the costume change halfway through. Really put some thought into it, and so much focus right in front of the judges. They really played to the judges. We've been talking this week about eye contact with the judges and trying to draw them into the program, and these two did just that. You couldn't help but get involved with the program.
Well, it was a brave move. They moved away from Zazui in Lyon because they were the number twos to Delabelle and Schoenfelder. Moved to Moscow here with Alexander Zulin, aiming for a top 5 place. They just might get it.
Yeah, that's the next big hurdle for these two. I absolutely love them. I thought particularly at the beginning, the way they came out and their quality of skating was so evident. The softness, but the power that they generate from absolutely nowhere. Just this wonderful deep knee bend. And then the second half of the program in complete contrast to the first.
They enjoyed it. It certainly worked. Zulin, of course, the world champion some 16 years ago with Maya Usova.
Doesn't seem possible, does it?
No. You're still in nappies.
Péchalat and Fabian Bourzat.
I am or was?
You will be soon.
Their free dance score, please.
Oh, yes. Maybe it will be a top 5 place. I don't think they're going to get a medal. Too much work to do. But Nathalie and Fabian have certainly stated their credentials. He's only kidding. First place.
Here competing on behalf of Canada.
So into the final group we go. And it couldn't be more thrilling. The Americans holding their breath. They've never won the gold medal. They have 2 contenders in this final group. But first for Canada, lying in 3rd place, silver medalists in Gothenburg, Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir, with music from Pink Floyd.
That is incredible.
Really good. The Canadian contingent, you can see in the background, all standing to applaud. But to be fair to them, they applaud skaters from other nations too. Quite excellent. Just one or two dodgy moments right at the end, but until that, really captured the feeling, and so daring. She is unbelievably flexible, and it captured your imagination.
It really did. Yeah, that was such a difficult program. Goodness me. Some of those lifts defied belief, didn't they? And I tell you what, I think the synchronized twizzles, that's the hardest and fastest twizzles that you're going to see from anybody this evening. Those forward outside ones, the second set, were very, very good indeed. Loved it right from the off.
And the slow-mos endorse everything we've been saying. Look at the timing.
Well, somebody sent us an email earlier on today during the ladies event asking us about the costumes and the cost of the costumes, and I think these are the cheapest ones you're going to see in the whole event. But I tell you what, it worked perfectly, didn't it? Look at that lift. Oh,
incredible balance. And it wasn't the only one.
No, some of the transitions in and out of the lifts.
There, her flexibility.
I love these two. They always come up with something a little different. Just push it. And again, choosing something that really suits their style. It's something you felt that they loved to perform that program.
Well, it was magical for them last year. Second place in the world in only their second World Championships. Remember, she's just 19. He's 21. Will it be as good a feeling? Will they be on the podium this time? 99.98. It's very good. It's not that good. It's going to be close. But they are going to lead. But the door's open. There is a possibility they might not be on the podium, which would be a great shame. Fabulous. The USA has never won gold in ice dance through all the years, going back to 1952 in Paris. 6 times they won silver, 15 times they won bronze, but never been at the top of the podium. Could this be the year it all changes? They're within a mark of the leaders, Domnina and Shabalin. 24-year-old Tanith Belbin and 27-year-old Benjamin Agosto with Puccini's Tosca. terrific. They were virtually foot perfect throughout, and they kept that sense of drama. Have they done enough? The emotion pouring out now. It is going to be a nail biter, but they couldn't have put more pressure on the Russians, who were to follow in around 7 or 8 minutes' time.
Yeah, what they were looking for was a clean program, no mistakes, and they did that very, very well. Handled the pressure superbly, as they always do. I've got one question mark, though. I don't think the program is difficult enough. It's nothing like as intricate as the Russians' program. And for me, to be honest with you, although the Canadians didn't skate quite as cleanly tonight as we've seen them skate in the past, or in fact as cleanly as these two, I think the Canadians' program was harder than that. But that's taking nothing away from the way they performed all of the elements this evening.
Well, it caused quite a stir when they won the original dance. Still in second place, remember, going into this free, but it's so close. It really is down to who wins the free, wins the gold between themselves and Domnina and Shabalin. Came out of this twizzle just a little early.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's going to come down to things like that.
But they captured the mood and held the attention throughout.
Actually, this was perfect for him, wasn't it? He could really live the part.
Yes. He has drama written to his soul.
Yeah, he certainly does. Such a nice guy. And this really the perfect partnership. They work so well together. The chemistry between them is second to none.
Well, they were the first ice dancers from the US to medal at the Winter Games since 1976, when they took the silver in Turin. Since then, it's been disappointment, but they seem to have turned it round. How much have they turned it round? They should be leading. After these marks, the question is it enough? Linichuk and Kaponasov alongside them, who trained them in Philadelphia. 100.27. Season's best for them. It has done what they wanted to do, put immense pressure on the Russians. We might be looking at the world champions. In 10 minutes' time, we will know.
Another couple representing the United States.
And here's a couple who, in all honesty, are probably skating for the bronze medal. And they're close to. Not much in it between themselves and the Canadians, but the Canadians were great. Will these two be? Beat their training partners, Virtue and Moir, from Canada for the first time in 4 continents this year. Can they do it again? Meryl Davis and Charlie White. Magnificent control throughout that spin, and such a difficult entry. Super twizzles. Always when he gets to this speed, you worry for Charlie, but he's doing great. That was the business. And everyone standing to applaud. No mishaps. He has been accident prone, especially when the tempo gets high. But no mishaps for Charlie White there. And they couldn't have done more to get themselves on the podium.
Yeah, that was absolutely brilliant. For me, that is the free dance of the night so far. Yep. You're dead right. They couldn't have done any more, could they?
No.
And I know what you mean about your heart's in your mouth, isn't it? Once the tempo gets going, you think, is he going to stay on his feet? But he did.
It's been such an up and down season. At its best, it's been fantastic. They won Skate Canada, very tricky competition. But then they were third in the Cup of Russia in Moscow when he did fall. And then again, didn't do great in the Grand Prix final. Finished in third place there. Boy, well, they moved up. They were third in the original dance. They beat the Canadians there. They're going to have to beat them again. They're at just a 1/10 of a mark behind going into this free. If you assume that the Russians are going to skate clean and are going to get a medal, they've got to be in second place now, behind Belbin and Agosto. I don't think they're going to go above them. They just might. But the important thing for them is getting on the podium.
Well, we saw some strange judging in the ladies' event, so I'm not going to predict anything, but I will say that for me, that was by far and away the best free dance of the evening. Just thought that the elements, if you just took the elements on their own, were faultless. Absolutely brilliant and very, very difficult. Particularly that curve lift in the middle where he was stood on one leg and she jumped onto his back while he was on one leg. You often see a skater getting a balance point and standing on one leg, but very rarely do they actually get into the lift like that.
So the scores to beat, 99.98 for Virtue and Moir, 100.27 for Belgium, Belbin and Agosto. 100.03. They've beaten them on the free, but not by a 1/10 of a mark. It's probably going to be no medal. They're going to be in third place with the Russians to come. Oh, desperately close. And is it right? I don't know. They won't be smiling for long. Well, mixed reception for these two. They opened the door, and Belbin and Agosto clambered in the original dance.
The next couple represents Russia.
But they still lead going into the free.
Oksana Domnina and Maxim
The tension could hardly be higher. Can they possibly cope with it? European champions, they've not been on the podium at Worlds. Spartacus from Oksana Domnina and Maxim Shabalin. What strength of mind. Muted applause, but then you'd understand that. But considering all they've been through and the pressure they were under this evening, that it was a considerable performance. A couple who've been constantly disrupted by his reoccurring knee problems, which are still there, still misses a practice a week, had a miss last year's World Championships, withdrew from the Europeans this year after the compulsions because his knee was still a major problem. It is just fantastic what they've been able to achieve.
It really is, yeah. I do admire them, but I've got to be honest and say that that lack of training, that the impact of that injury is evident in the performance. The polish isn't there. The drama's there, the concept's great, but for me, it wasn't as crisp or as sharp as we've seen them in the past. Fabulous program, some difficult lifts in there. Look at that into the cantilever spread position there, and very, very strong. But where it shows is just in the transitions in the program. Super shot of the twizzles there, beautiful unison in that. And look at the aggression on his face. He's giving it absolutely everything. And he knows he's got to. This competition is going right down to the wire.
So much so, the two Americans and the Canadians just 0.3 of a mark separating them on the free. And this is going to be in the mix as well. There's nothing to choose.
The scores, please, for Oksana Domnina.
Have they done enough? 100.27 is the score to beat if they're going to hold on to first place. And they've done it. 100.85, desperately close. 4 couples within a mark, but they've done it by the skin of their teeth. They've held on to first place, and they take the gold.
I can't remember an ice dance competition that was this tight.
Still 1 couple to go.
Another couple here.
But the way things have gone, they already have an outside shot of a bronze medal. It's very unlikely. 5th place after the original dance, under threat from the French, who went so well before, Péchalat and Bourzat. This is Russia's number 2s, Jana Khokhlova, Sergei Novitski, the European champions. Great start, perfectly in sync.
Momentum there towards the end of that step sequence.
Great finish, what a routine. For me, amongst the top three most enjoyable of the night. She has a real feel of Natalia Bestiminova about her. She is an exotic sight. Yeah, it was so demanding, it was so fast. I just felt that the timing went, didn't it, towards the end, but for the first 3 minutes it was just incredible.
Yeah, I think for the first 3 minutes you're right, they were on song. The last minute I think his legs had gone.
Yes.
And certainly in that diagonal step sequence he had a bit of a stutter there, and they lost the momentum, so that's going to be expensive for them. And the last lift, you could see his legs trembling in the lift.
Well, we said it's very warm in here, and it couldn't have been a more demanding program than
absolutely. You've got to be physically so fit to make it right to the end of the program. Don't think that was quite as good as they skated at the European Championships. And that little shake of the head there perhaps acknowledges that.
Yeah.
But the pure quality of their skating is second to none.
It's difficult to take your eyes off her.
Yeah, she's stunning, absolutely amazing.
The projection to the audience is second to none.
And how's that for flexibility?
It is world class. And they will be very disappointed if they don't get on the podium, but it isn't going to happen, I don't think. Four couples within a mark on the free dance. It is quite amazing.
And there's that little stutter, just got a little close together, and it affected the twizzles at the end, and the complete momentum of that diagonal step sequence lost. And it is so close, it's going to come down to something like that. Péchalat and Bourzat skated out of their skins, didn't they?
They did.
Canadians were great.
The scores, please.
Are they going to drop a place? I don't think it's a medal. They need to be up in the hundreds. 100 point something.
Their free dance score, please. The free dance scores for Jana Khokhlova and Sergei Novitski.
And with the deduction, they are going to drop. They're going to drop not just on the free, but overall. So not just no medal, but it's 6th place. Oh, that's tough to take for these two European champions. Now 6th in the world. They're staring up there. They daren't look anywhere else. There's confirmation. And the Russians have done it. Domnina and Shabalin have taken the gold. Belbin and Agosto, well, you can see how close it was. And there how close it was for 3rd place. But Davis and White, by 0.04 of a mark, have just failed to take it. Péchalat and Bourzat edging out the second Russians. Lower down, the Kerrs skating well again. Their best place in World Championships in their career. So it's still onwards and upwards for them. And lower down, Fraser and Lukanen, who had a poor original dance, moving further down. It's been a disastrous competition for them, I'm afraid. The couple from Azerbaijan. And Philippa Towler-Green and Philip Poole taking 23rd place. So here the medal performances. Bronze to the Canadians. Just love their routine.
Yes, there was a real freedom in this, wasn't there? Something a little different, and some of those lifts just defied belief. How's that for balance?
So close for these two. You have to feel for them. They must have thought yesterday when they run the original dance that they could do it again and win overall, but it wasn't to be. Belbin and Agosto take silver medal.
Yeah, we really felt the writing was on the wall.
And gold for these two, Domnina and Shabalin. Finally, top of the pile. Don't forget, the ladies free will record it and show it to you at 6:30 British time, 7:30 on Sunday.